together and ask ourselves questions and where are we getting it wrong. So it's very, very important. And so we don't want a situation where people get missing of the right opportunity in this space. And if you're not getting it right, it's not the best. So people get missing. So the best is that we're able to take the opportunity and be able to maximize it. So not the best is the aspect of where we're not getting the profit. So the profit is so important for me, and that's what I wish anyone to get. Okay, so if you're not getting the profit, it does not make any sense. There's no sense in it where profit is not made. It makes a lot of sense when profits are made, and make no sense when profits are not made. One of the first and key fundamental things I'm going to explain tonight is I'm going to just share with us to, like, most of the time we leave the profit on the table or in the name of getting it bigger. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. It works where you need to look at the profit directly, face to face, and take it from the table. And I will start from example where a lot of people was looking at. Let me take example of this guy. Let me take example of this guy, Hive and Steam. Okay, Hive and Steam. So maybe sometime many of us, because we've not really defined our stay in the business and in the pattern of trading. Now, Hive went up to as high as 16,300 Satoshi. It's a new coin. It's a coin that was shared to people who participated in the forks. What am I supposed to do? When Hive went up to this price, very, very, very much possible that not many persons sold, but many of us still met Hive at 9,000, 8,000, thereabout Satoshi. Okay? Now, if that is the case, what was I supposed to do? I remember I told some people, I said, I sold almost all. I think just little fraction I was having. 828, that was very little fraction. I sold almost all. I think about 80% or so of my Hive. Why? Because every time, I've said this time without number, every time a market take a total spike in that way, expect a pullback. And what am I supposed to do? I sell off enough and wait for the pullback. Will Hive still go down below what it is now? Very, very possible. It came down to as low as 4,400 Satoshi. Maybe they come down to 3,000 plus. Or probably, very possible, to 4,000. So what am I supposed to do now? The one I have sold, I can buy maybe 20 or 30% of that one I've sold now because it's consolidating. While I wait for total bottom of this coin, possibly 3,000 or 4,000. But if it does not happen, no problem. Now, Steam on its own came up violently. Okay, Steam on its own came up violently. And I think I sold at 30,000 Satoshi. Yeah, not 33. I sold at 30,000 Satoshi of Steam. And then I still have small fraction. So at 30,000 Satoshi, I'm not going to buy until I see Steam probably at The lowest low of maybe 20,000, 3,000, and 3,000 Satoshi until I was 16 at probably 2,000 or 2,001, 2,200 Satoshi before I would buy back. Why? There were the two coins were overbought. Okay, they were overbought, so it will be oversold. Every overbought must result to oversold, and on exceptional cases, there are volumes that can loop into the coin and it to jack up back again, but I expect it to oversold. Like look at it now, it's about to break down to a total bearish market, as the case may be. So for me, but Hive ordinarily is not a coin that's we just buy and selling and can just a coin to hold. But there are so many places now that it's been listed. On Wazri, they have just been listed on Wazri, and some other exchange platform will list it. And it's a coin that I think there are a lot of workable tokenized projects are working on it, like mining something, POS, and all of that. So I've not really had time to go through all the things. I just use sentiment, of course, to buy and sell. Okay, the Fox we have, and then I bought traded for a very long time on Bittrex, and so I traded on Bittrex for Hive. Now, I will still stress this thing, very, very important. That thing I want to stress is this. Okay, now, for instance, are there anybody who bought Ripple here? Very possible, maybe very few persons. At 2,500 Satoshi, they get to 2,700 Satoshi. You should sell. But like on my own case, and some of us, we are not looking at Ripple for trading. We are looking at Ripple for holding. And that's one reason why we kept them on the staking platform like a Bitrue, and wherever they can pay us percentage. You can see I don't have any Ripple here. So nothing my Ripple will be doing here. So I don't have time to trade Ripple. There's no point in me trading Ripple. So what I'm saying is this. Ordinarily, if I'm trading Ripple now, when it spiked to all this, even at 2,700 Satoshi, I will have sold from this. Why? Because there was a heavy spike. Okay, but it could still go up, before it come down. We're looking at possibly go to, before it could be potentially come down, say maybe 30,000 Satoshi possibly. But what this indication is showing that it can do, it may break down any moment from now, but be very careful. If Bitcoin suddenly break down, then we should have all other coins break down. But just like we said, we are not seeing any more breakdown, probably within this period. Possibly, of course, but expect that Bitcoin must pull back, if not now, but during the halving, or shortly after the halving, we expect a pullback. That's why I have my own stop loss at $6,650. So now, what again am I supposed to do? Because I've told us a lot of people waiting over and over. There's no point waiting over and over. All you need to do is, I've told us, every coin you are holding, if there's a place they are being staked, park them there and stake them there. Now, every coin you are swinging, you must not buy every coin. Like I just said, many people were not checking Link. Of course, it can come down again, trying to, when it's going to break out, no many persons will know much. Because it tried to break out here, it was overpowered, and then it failed the attempt. Okay? Now, Chainlink, when it came down to 45,000 Satoshi, anyone who bought, like now if you are swinging it, came down to 45,000 Satoshi you bought, now it went to 48,000, came down to 40. If it's a swing, don't bother yourself. Even if it come down to the 45,000 you bought it or lower, don't bother yourself. It's a swing. So if you buy it at this, you have seen the range at which Link have been hovering around. Let me go to 6 hours time indicator. You can see Link had been hovering around almost 55,000 Satoshi. So I have some Link I set at 65,000. That's a swing. Might take like 1 month or 2 months. it gets sold, fine. So, but what am I saying here? You see link 52,000 Satoshi. So as you expect, if there's extreme bullish in the crypto market generally, as you expect, if there's no extreme bullish in the market generally, as you expect link to at least go a little bit above 50,000 Satoshi. So if I bought at 45,000, there's no point me selling here now. No, I'm not scalping. I can just leave it there. It may come down to the 45, no problem, but I will set my price at 50,000 Satoshi. No, because it actually maintains a kind of range within some period of time. If we go back 12 hours. So anyone can tell you now that link is still all on the up trend. Can you see why? So when it was down was beginning of this month. Okay, beginning of this month, it came down to as low as 33,000 Satoshi, ending of March to beginning of this month at April 5th. So if I buy Chainlink at April 5th at 33,000 Satoshi and selling at 50,000 Satoshi, that's not a bad idea. So if I have sold at 52,000 Satoshi, by now, I don't need to even buy. Yeah, don't need to buy. I will have to wait at least to considerably drop from 52,000 Satoshi, and there's no point rushing to buy at 45,000 Satoshi. And so I can wait until I see possibly at less than 40,000 Satoshi. Will it still come here? Why not? Bitcoin is still coming down, then let alone Chainlink must come down. Okay, so, but this is the thing. The device we have always told people to use is that, like Chainlink, some of those primary coins, you don't buy them as swinging all of them. You buy and hold some, and then swing some. That's paramount. We've been telling us primary coins are majorly meant for holding and swinging. They are not meant for scalping. When you scalp it, you scam yourself. That's the truth. A lot of people are scalp and scam themselves. So be careful on how you scalp primary coin. You see Chainlink, you see Ethereum, it's a Bitcoin, Neo, Bitcoin Cash, and all of those coins are not coined for scalping. Okay, are not coined for scalping. You don't scalp them. You just buy, hold, and the one you are holding go into a staking platform that you know is very, very correct, and then go stake. Okay? And if there's no place to stake, just hold. Okay? Then if there's place to stake, that is not too fragile, then keep them there, and then let additional volume be added up for you on the holding. Then the one you are swinging, it may not necessarily be too much. Maybe I can swing only Chainlink, Ethereum, and Neo. So if I finish selling and Chainlink has not come down very well, then let me leave my money in BTC. Now, if you leave your money in BTC for a very long time, and BTC have gone on just like what we are still now facing now, to still maintain an upward trend in the BTC now, I would say we're expecting BTC possibly maybe $9,000 or a fraction additional to 9,000 if possible. Now, if that happens, if we're expecting Bitcoin to hit the $9,000, when you get to 8,005, 8,007, sell. And must I sell or no? It's not necessary, depending on how many you're holding. So, but if I can sell maybe 70% of my asset, okay, on BTC, and that is you put it back to, let's go here. So you push it back to, okay, you push it back to USDT or NGN, depends on where. So you push it back to USDT. Excuse me. What's happening? So the network is. So I just want to show us pushing the coin back to USDT so that it will be on the Y network. Change to this other network. Sorry, I don't know what network is. Sure. Okay, let me try here. I don't know why I do this. Okay. All right, so BTC to USDT. Okay. So the BTC to USDT. And so you go back, you say, okay, let me sell to BTC, so to USDT. So please listen, please, very careful. Every time BTC or every coin rally up very crazy, fastly rallying up as fast as possible, please be careful. As fast as possible, then what exactly am I meant to do? Now, just look at it. Within that range, just like when BTC rally up here, let's check, use this 2 hours, let's use 6 hours time indicator, okay? Good. When BTC rally here, very fast, you are meant to sell, at least fraction, if you are swinging. But as far as I'm holding the coin, there's no point. You know, a lot of people have bought Bitcoin since $4,000. They've not done anything. You know, BTC, you know, from $4,000, it's come down to $5. That's not a problem. And the only thing is that they can take a stop loss and then buy back at the little lower than your stop loss, and then you add it up just to make sure you have fraction. But if you don't have a damn time, there's no point you bothering yourself about these loops here, up here, move here. You don't bother yourself, because if I show you a long-term view, or let's say 12 hours time indicator of day, you see that BTC is actually still an upward trend compared to where it was here in end of March, 29th of March, compared to where it was about 5,800 and something, about that's about close to 6,000. Now there it is. Bitcoin still at $7,700 plus. And so it's still at very good price. But this is every time there's a high rally up, sell, because there's going to be a pullback. Look at it here. There was a high rally up here. There was a pullback a little. There was a high rally up here. Up here. Sorry. So there was a pullback, okay? Rally up here, there was a pullback down, rally a little, there was a pullback. So ordinarily, we were expecting a little pullback, a slight pullback like this previously now to something from 7,500 or plus back to about $7,050 thereabout, somewhere here. But there were a lot of overbought, more money were coming into crypto, and so that keep it consolidating. So like we're saying, if we expect this trend to continue to hit about 9,000 plus, so if I were you at 5,000, I can even set my take profit right now at 8,500. I'm just using an example. I don't have money here. So 8,500, 50%, and then 50% of the remaining 50%, I can put it at about 8,900. Okay, I can put it at 8,900. So now when I put it at 8,900, 8,500, now the market spike and rally very fast and take your 8.5 and take your 8.9 and eventually jump up to 9,000, 9,005, and even eventually get to 10,000. Please, I'm begging you, don't enter the market. Allow a drastic pullback, because once that happens, there's going to be a drastic pullback, possibly colliding with the halving period or immediately after the halving period. So if you ride your market to 9,000 or 8,800, 8,900, 8,500, and the market to the additional 1,000, globally in the market, getting from 9,000 to 10,000 to 10,000 plus. Don't ever use FOMO. Many people FOMO too much, and that's why you cannot account for how much you've made in your business. Totally wrong. Don't do that. So what you're expected to do, if you have sold at 8.5, 8.9, and then the coin gets up to 9,000, 9.5, 10,000, don't bother. Just wait. And I've told us, don't trade without having some cash. When you have sold to USDT, you bought back, always keep fraction of cash, because in fact, if I were you, any little fraction of cash I will keep, I can just put it at a very low price. Now BTC is about 7,700 or something. I can just keep my cash at 4,500. So I may even forget. So when the total pullback will happen in the market, then you could see the market, dump down to that your money, then you make the money. Don't do a mistake without having a fraction of USDT, especially when you have finished trading rally up. And so because there could be an opportunity of a drastic drop that you can use that your fiat money to collect. So be very careful. Most time I meet people say, I was still waiting. I think the market will still go up more than that. No. The question is this: are you on profit? Yes. Profit of how much? Maybe you have swing for the past 1 month, you bought a coin for the past 1 month or 2 months, and all of a sudden the market just pull up to about 50%, or 60 to 70%. And meanwhile, because the time you enter to the market, you're already running at about 40%, and the market is all about 60, 70%. And it's just showing us it's going to break up more to up to 200%. Hey, guy, you have 40% in 1 month or 2 months, then why don't you sell? If you don't want to sell, if it's a primary coin, sell at least 75% of that your equity. Into what? Depending on if Bitcoin is going up at that time, push it to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is consolidating, nothing's happening, just push it to USDT. Please, one thing is you must know. There are coins, it's not all the coins that have paired with USDT. So in such case, what you do is to convert such coin to BTC first. When you convert such coin to BTC first, okay, then you can now convert the BTC to USDT. That reminds me, to finish trading, just a moment. Okay. Right. Okay, so if you sell it, like I told many people who bought, who traded EDC of the time it was spiking, and I told everybody, I say, now you're on profit. Go to those exchange, convert your uh, your profit, your BTC to USDT. I did say that. And why did I say so? Because BTC was actually planning a kind of maybe a sold, because the market could just pull back, as much as possible. And that's why I said, go to your exchange, secure that money into USDT. And most time people don't know what USDT is doing for them, and that's why when they finish selling to US, they keep regretting. You don't do that. It's wrong. Why do you do that? You will not master any good thing if you're always regretting your action, either wrong or right. So you have to appreciate your action. You have to always settle down to learn from your action and not regretting your action. You have made a loss, say, oh, if I had known, I would have. No, just learn it the next time. And usually we have rules that, okay, you have your swing, your scalp, your personal, your holding. Now, in the aspect of these guys, in the aspect of scalping, I've said it time without longer. Number one, you have your Luno, you have your Quidax, you have your CoinCola, you have your Remitano, you have your local Bitcoin and whatever. Then you have your Binance. Listen to me. If you must scalp, let me tell you why scalping is good with, pump and dump coin. Number one is good with BTC. Why? The volatility of BTC is higher than any other coin. And let me now show you something, because some of us in Nigeria, you tell somebody, go and trade, go and buy coin. He asks you how. Okay. Now, we've said volatility is what you trade with your BTC to fiat. So if you must scalp BTC and BTC to fiat and fiat to BTC. Like on Binance, we have said scalp BTC to USDT. What's this? Okay. Now this is it. Most time when we tell people, said you of course you are converting with fiat depending on which country you are trading Binance from. Now, what's up? So this is fiat. So this is fiat. Now, fiat, but if you deposit your money in Naira, we've said you need to click on all. Then even if in another country like South Africa, you can see down here, see other currency, Ruby. Now this is NGN. Let me show you. Either you are Nigerian or not, you can still trade on NGN, but this is the difference. Man, this is crazy, guys. Can you see what's happening? So, meaning the escrow guys now to sell you one Bitcoin, now they may sell at 470. Let's go, guy in the house. How much are you guys selling Bitcoin to us now in Naira? Go, guy. Are you in the house? So, just now, this is, man, it's crazy. 456 naira. It's crazy. Wow. 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 Okay, let me show you something. So, of course, you want to buy Bitcoin, so you have to like go through BTC engine. Now, please. Yeah.
70.
Pardon? I cannot hear you.
It's crazy.
Now, yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be. Now, look at it. The volatility, you can see this is a trending. See, look at the trend. All right, look at the trend of the chart. So please, everybody take note of this. The markets must not be favorable everywhere. So your ability to go through different platforms and see which one is favorable and take advantage of it is what makes you different. Many a time people sit down waiting for a favorable place. No, you have to search for a favorable place. In the same market where we are, many people don't know what's happening. That's why I say when you are scalping, scalp between fiat and BTC. Why? Because BTC have more volatility. What do we mean by volatility? BTC quickly drop and it quickly rally up. Quickly drop and quickly rally up. Other coins wouldn't quickly drop, rally, drop, rally. They could drop sometime and wait down for a very long time. So when they are going to break out, they just break out and all of that. Just like what happened on Digibyte. Let me show you some crazy thing that happened on Digibyte. So I'll show you guys. So so when you are scalping, and just imagine somebody who scalp, you bought Bitcoin, because the rate at which you bought Bitcoin was cheaper. Maybe $1 unit of Bitcoin, you were buying it at $410, 410 naira to $1 worth of Bitcoin. There you have pushed that money into Bitcoin. And now, and as at the time you were buying, it was at the rate of 2.7 million naira. And right now, Bitcoin is seated at 3.5 million. I was saying it on Ludo. Let's check something. Here. Let's open Ludo. The market is a very bumpy place right now. So, and like I've been telling now, people buy Bitcoin, buy coin you want to buy, but many people don't understand. You don't buy coins, buy when the market is so discouraging, okay? So discouraging, so tired of the way the whole thing is happening, and that's the best time. Okay, I think Luno will still be almost the same range. Binance is even higher right now. So Luno is reading almost about 3.52 something. And Alanda, it has gotten to about 3.8 million naira today sometime. And like I said, if you are not trading, if you are not scalping, there's no point using Luno if you're not scalping. If you're scalping, then use Luno, Luno, Quidax, and your Binance. Remitano may be a little bit difficult for many of us because of the technicality in handling the escrow system. Okay, so but you can. Oh my God, market is still going very crazy on Binance. See, 3.543,000. So just imagine somebody who bought at 2.7 million. Okay, yeah. So from the beginning of this, from the beginning of this. Okay, this was March 19th. It was about 2 million plus. Okay, 2 million plus. So March 19th, today is 29 or 28 or something. It's about 1 month plus. So 2 million, and now 3.5 million. So anyone who bought one Bitcoin, had additional 1.5 million right now. But sometimes when you tell a lot of people that there's so much money to be made here. So why am I showing us this? So you partition yourself. If you must scalp, I don't have time for scalping. Have a lot of research to do that I don't have all the time. I don't have all the time for scalping. But anytime I decide to scalp, I know where to hit my scalp. And so, but for some of you, of course, you must scalp. If you must scalp, you are not as professional as who to scalp altcoins, because most altcoins you scalp, I call it waste. You waste your asset. You waste your satoshi, just like so one of our clients, newly coming into trading platforms, and then they bought Chainlink at how much? I think in the community at a very funny price, and then sold it at a very funny price. So bought Chainlink at about maybe 33,000 satoshi, and immediately just saw that Chainlink just move up to 34, 35,000. Just sold. And so like, oh, this is a coin that's going to go to 50 something, and that's what at that time it got to 52,000 satoshi. So, in short coin, you don't bother yourself giving yourself so much headache that you want to scalp them. I don't see a reason why you need to scalp them. You have to have a medium-term perspective about them. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It's not bad, And so in 1 month or 2 months, you can do against your asset. You can do 60%, or you can do 50%. You can do 30% in 2 months and of your asset, and that's about 15% a month. And sometimes you could do even 100%. So you don't often put your hands in the selling button or put your hands in the buying button, over this course. So, but those ones that requires you to often buy, sell, if you must buy, is fiat to, fiat to, I'm sure something is wrong that is not updated again. If not, Mr. Luno. So fiat to crypto make a lot of sense. So fiat to crypto make a lot of sense for you to scalp. So you bought Bitcoin yesterday, last week, on the 21st, Bitcoin was 2.8 million. So let's use the 21st. So 21st, 2.8 million, thereabouts, or 2.7. So let's call it 2.8. So 2.8, right? 2.8 by Bitcoin. 2.8. Then you bought worth of 100,000 naira. So that gives you about 0.03 BTC, right? So just kept it holding because of course, we give a review of where coin is going and all that. So I know you probably must have been tempted to even sell when it was 3.2 million. Very possible. So, but let's go. Sold it at 3.2 million. $3.2 million. So 0.03714. 35714. So that's about 114,000, correct? 114,272. So that means On 21st to now, on 21st to now, you have 14,000 naira profit on your market at $3,200. Okay, at 3.2 million. So if it's now, if that coin is still in your hand, 3.5 million. 3.5 million. So you have about 24,000 naira profit with that 100,000 naira worth of BTC you bought. And like I said, the analysis I gave on our platform was that, well, still expecting Bitcoin, maybe on Ludo and all of that, to hit maybe 3.8, 3.9, and 4.1 million. So what if we're waiting for 4.1 million? But let me keep my price, put my eye at 3.9 million. Sorry, 3.9 million. So that about 139,000. So that about 39,000 naira profit. So from the 21st to probably today is 29. This period is actually very delicate if you don't know. No. But we're just anticipating and very optimistic. So if you anticipate too much, you may not participate. Okay. So, but if give and take, we're looking at maybe up to 4.1 million naira. So that's around about $9,000 or thereabout. So if it happens, all things will never be equal anyway. So, but if it happens, before they get to 4 million, you get to 3 point something, 3.9, 3.8, 3.9, you're expected to sell. You know, when you sell, it get to 4.5. Don't bother yourself. It's going to come down. No chart do this way without taking a pullback. So when it takes pullback, then you buy back. That's the fraction you have dedicated for scalping. Okay. So I told you your scalp should happen on Binance, on Luno, on Quidas. Okay. So maybe it's 100,000 you just separated for scalping or whatever. At times, the scalp can deal with you, and that's why I say limit your exposure to only Bitcoin. Now, if you are doing on Quidas, you can use Bitcoin and Ethereum because the volatility is high. Like Ripple now, of course, Ripple may be doing some volatility, but cannot be as high as BTC. So, so if you on that, because I know Ethereum on Quidas, start from, I saw it, I met it, I think I bought some at $71,000, 71,000 naira, and then it got to about 92,000 or something like that. So please, I want everybody to settle down, and it's not about, I don't know, it's not about just, trying to say, hey, I get everything, I want to do everything now, I'm going to make everything. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be very smart, and ensure that you take the profits on the table. So, okay, Ethereum, yeah, it got to 92,000 or thereabout, more than that, so it's a crazy chart, man, guys. This is wickedness. Right? It's a crazy chart. 2.8 million. 2.8 million, and there we are. Okay. Meanwhile, it was doing that, it's going to drop, drop again here. So look at, so I think I bought Ripple 65 naira. 65 naira. Okay, that's a very good chart. So 65 naira, that was I think earlier than 28. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay, 56 naira. 56 naira. I bought some at 56 naira. Yeah, I remember. 56 naira. That was on March. Yeah. I bought some again at 65. They're about 65. They're about, yes. And look at the spike. Now, ordinarily, this place now already fragile because at every peak, there must be a pullback. Even though it's going to maintain an upward trend. Look at it. Look at it here. So now this spike was too vertical, and that's why it took some vertical drop down. Now, these two was the same, then consolidating, and here, just expect any drop at any point in time. Just that we are all time now, up, down, okay? And if not, just expect any drop anytime on these coins. But because we are in a total, this is what we call cup and handle. Some of you should do the technical stuff in crypto and forex trading. This is a cup and handle, but ordinarily when it forms a cup and handle is to create a double top of such market. So do I need to bother anything? So for anybody who bought at 56,000 naira or 56 naira, it doesn't need to bother. Now, you come here, you pull back, no problem. You come here, you pull back. And you say, if you have been scalping, you will make money, it's no problem. There are times you want to scalp, you scalp off your assets. So the better way is to leave it. It's going to go up. And so even if you come down again, so probably $80, 80 naira to 76, 79 naira, then it continue upward trend. And Ethereum. So if you're trading on your Quidas, this is crazy, guys. Can you see something? So who sent this thing to me the other time? Say he saw something about in the USDT, he saw 700 and something. I said, yeah, you don't think we've not seen anything. You were like, wow. Okay. Yeah, so just imagine now, Quidas, and want to buy USDT 467 naira. So he saw this. He shouted. People place prices, crazy things. Okay. Okay. So don't think everything will just be going up like that. It will pull back, consolidate, and continue its journey. Pull back, consolidate, and continue the journey. Pull back, consolidate, and continue the journey. Okay? So it's telling you 3.3 million naira 24 hours ago, all-time low, and the highest that's done 3.3 million 569,000. Okay, 569,000. So from even this, it's already profit for the person. So for anyone who is scalping, for instance, who have bought at this now, at the point where it was 3.550,000, let the person sell, until he pull back maybe to 3.4 or 3.350. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. So like come down to 3.39 something, then you can buy back. So I'm just trying to be more critical here. So sometimes a lot of people don't check, you want to buy coins or your Quidas, of course, your market is linked with it. Please don't always use this instant buy sell in any place because it's charging you more because it's an express transaction and it charges you more and it gives you whatever is the prevailing rate may not be favorable for you. Always make use of the exchange. Now, the advantage of despite the fact of their excessive charges, killing people with their charges, Mr. Luno, the advantage of Mr. Luno over this place is that you can set price ahead of time on Mr. Luno, and then meanwhile here you have to be there to buy, to sell by yourself or to buy by yourself. So, but the good thing is that both of them make use of wallet system and coinciding with exchange where you can convert money. Okay? So on your Binance, I've told you what you need to do, and so not all the time you come to trade here. It is when it's very volatile, but when it's not too volatile, it's consolidating. You won't see offer price on time, so it can be very slow. So it's better at that time. You just make use. You must convert your money. You just convert it to USDT rather than NGM. But the market may not be favorable for you because volume will not be there for volatility to take place effectively. Okay, so you can just move the money to USDT. Okay, Bitcoin get to $8,500, $8,500. Okay, maybe you have 0.02. Okay, then set other ones in that dimension, and then set another one 8,900, and then uh, 9,000. $9,000, then that's all. And so then ensure you still set your stop loss. Okay, your stop loss. Don't use OCO. Use stop limit. So you still use your stop loss and set price. Just come here. So six. Okay, six what? 6,650. Okay, can set the same thing. 6,650. 50%. Or whatever, exactly the one you are just holding. You know? So just set it in. Set your stop loss and then go away. Yes. So that's for your market. So other coins, of course, whatever happened to the Guinea will happen to the Ghana. But the BTC suddenly dropped. Every other coin will bow down. In fact, times 2 of the drop of Bitcoin. Okay. Of course, but when they want to spike, they can do times 2 or times 3 of what Bitcoin will do. So be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, I've told us there are coins that are very important for you not to just even make mistake of not having. And we have talked about Ethereum, talk about XRP, talk about Digibyte. Okay, if you just so wish, but like Dashcoin, I told us reason why Dashcoin is undervalued and it's a very strong coin. So when it's going to spike up, you may not be able to hold it. So the best way is that you have little money, you buy as your capacity carry, so that when it spike up, you make some money. So it's important. Okay, yeah. So please, if you have questions, I think let me entertain. What are some of the challenges we normally have, so that we just trash it and then we'll call it today. Okay. So if you have questions, you can ask. So somebody's asking. So which market is good to buy NRG? Okay. Yeah, NRG is on. Check the coin market. I bought since I don't even know where I bought it from, but mine, the one I bought is actually on my container. Okay, my NRG is on my container. I bought it less than $2, and when I saw it, I was shocked. So what? I saw the NRG above $3. Anyway, I'm not surprised that it's doing that, but to like, wow, what is this? So imagine something I just bought, but I kept on telling us that NRG is the primary coin, even Batcoin. Like I earn Batcoin using my browser, so whatever fraction they can give to me, still okay, so I can manage it. Coin market. Try to bring it up to him. So if it's not coming up, and so when you can come up on yours, you can okay, let me use this. So again, everybody, please go. Your this guy, what's it called? This platform, Bbox. I think I send a link. If you send the link, so please take the link, sign up, and if you like, by the next 2 days or something, or 3 days, when it's peak gonna be listed there. So if it's $20, $50 you have, you keep it there from tomorrow, and so that when they start selling, you can buy some. I think they were even doing some promo. I don't know how they were doing it. I've not really had time to check. So you can do the needful. Okay, yeah. So I'm trying to bring NRG and NRG. So if you have any question, any other person, so you ask me. And so, okay, Bbox, the admin said the deposit will start next. Deposit what? You can deposit money now. Can't you deposit money? What do you want to deposit there? You can deposit your Bitcoin and wait for the guy to start trading. Maybe they're telling you to deposit what's it called? So you can go ahead and make a deposit of Bitcoin. So when they start trading, you can buy that's it. So you can deposit your Bitcoin and then have your Bitcoin there, waiting for the time when the trading will get started. So what are you talking about? I don't know why the network is just messing up. So, okay, please ask me you have any challenge the process of your trading. So, and again, let me repeat it. If you've not done your, well, I don't know. I don't think I need to still repeating it. So, crypto.com. It's your own choice. Some Crow I bought about how many days back now. I know what Crow is doing. And so it's amazing. So that's why I told us anything you are want referring anybody to be something of value, something that has real value, so that the person will appreciate what we have done. Okay, so please ask more questions so that we can call it today. And again, let me remind us, all those tools I've given to us earlier. For new people, I will find time to update some of those tools. Tap Trader, CoinGecko, Crypto Compare, Crypto Panic, different things that you, as a tool to track your business, to track your market, and to help your decision making. So I'll try as much as possible to give us on our platform, and so just stay tuned, and I'll try my best. So it's just that I'm becoming more so busy these days. So. But I'll try my best so that we maximize the best out of the market. Wow, it's good. Oh, energy came down. Oh, that's good. Okay, so see energy. Energy is a very strong point. So it went up very well. Oh, serious? How did you know? Hmm. So general ROI for since energy starts is still recording 1,126%. It's crazy. $9.20. What was that? 2019, June last year. Okay, that was all-time high of most coins. 2019. So 2018 all-time low. So you can go check where you can buy energy. Mine, I just bought energy and dump it on my container. So Digifinex, you can buy the Bitdome, okay, CoinOr, CoinX, KuCoin, MarketOps, and all that. So you can buy energy. It's cool, right? Okay, so, yeah. Any other question? Anybody? Please unmute yourself and ask question, or you chat on the chat box. So let's wrap it up. And so we are cool. I think maybe many people preoccupied with his trading. So wow, that's good. Okay, so if we don't have any other questions, so I think we have to wrap it up and call it today. And so I just want, so I agree that everybody were fine. We don't have issues, and so let's keep it up. And so just prepare yourself, arrange yourself, and maximize all the markets you can. The market is going to drop. Just know that anytime soon. Especially when I enter the month of May, just expect anything. But it's not a guarantee, but it must drop anyway. So, but once you see you are already on profit, rather than waiting for all the profit, convert your profit into USDT and wait for the drop. If you have converted your Bitcoin to USDT, the market refuses to drop. Don't bother. Just close your mind. Focus on another thing. We have a lot of things to do that you bam the bug of one has not given you what you want. Face the one that is giving you what you want. And so it just continues. Like me, I have so many things in my hand. Before I move from this platform to this platform, from this platform, sometimes I even forget some platform. Okay, that's the truth. So I even forget some platform. What's happening? So, but everybody just know the pattern that works for you. But I tell us when it has to do your personal trading, your primary coins and major coins to trade, I've told you, strive by all means to have minimum at least 10 top primary coins, okay? At least. So if you have gotten like up to 3, then over time when you do some, maybe you trade on some exchange on IO and then it just give you boom profit, then cut part of the profit to buy those coins one after the other over time, one after the other over time. So it's going to help us a lot. Okay, it's going to help us a lot. So I think. So don't be in a haste. Okay, because some people they buy coin, when it has not done anywhere, they say I'm broke and they want to sell it off. Don't be in a haste. If you are too in a haste, you will miss out of the whole thing. All you have labored for, you now waste it for. Because what you need to know is that every coin you sell in the market, somebody is buying it. And so it does not make sense to come back to buy from the person again. It doesn't make sense. So be very sensitive the way you do your market. Okay. This guy even dropped. That's good.
Thank you very much, sir.
God bless you. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. So do have a nice time, everybody. Good night.
Good night, sir.